Toyota Championship. We are here. This is where we're staying, guys. I don't know what it's going to look like with all these lights everywhere. All these fluorescent lights might be making everything crazy. I got my truck inside where we're staying. Window open. This is where we're staying at. My truck, boat, Blake's boat, inside. Our living quarters are in there. 2 bedrooms, everything. This place is so cool. Literally, we just drive in, right? Walk up these steps. Walk up on the boat. So I drive in there, drive out there every day. Life jacket out, none of my rods strapped. My boat's not strapped up, nothing. Because we are, 30 seconds?
A long shot.
A long shot, 30 seconds from the boat ramp. This is day 3, and I've not gotten gas. And I will not get gas for tomorrow. And so I don't think, Blake, you haven't gotten gas, right?
No.
So, yeah, just wanted to show y'all a little bit, boats are wrecked, don't care. Don't care. Just out there fishing. So we are about to be halftime. We're going to come over here and discuss a little bit about this championship we got going on here. Just a little bit. Give you all a little preview. All right, so.
Can I have this in here?
I don't care. Day 3 is over. We got, one more day of practice, and then a day off. During our day off.
Do we get a full day tomorrow?
Yeah, we got a text message, right?
I didn't.
Have we gotten our text message?
I don't know.
We get a text message every day about when we are allowed to get on the water and off the water. So it's been usually around, I think it's been around 6:44.
I haven't got a text for Tuesday.
What does it say for today? 6:45, something like that?
Yeah, today was 6:44 and get off at 5:20.
Yeah, we've been getting on around 7 and getting off the water probably 20 to 30 minutes before time, just because there's usually a long line and it just starts getting dark. It's not worth us being out there. Although I started thinking about that. If we have weigh-ins, if it's 3 o'clock, you might have a 5 o'clock weigh-in.
Yeah, it's gonna be dark when you get off the water.
One of those flights, if you're in, so that's something to think about. We'll probably stay out there. We'll probably stay out there to the end tomorrow. We've been cooking every night with our buddy Sean. So this is our buddy Sean's place. I met Sean a couple years ago. Me and Russell stayed here. It's a whole freaking crew of them over here. There's when I met Bradley Hallman. I stayed with Bradley Hallman for the first time at Paul's, who knew Wayne Diffie, and that's where I met Scanlon and Robbie Dodson and Watson and all them guys. And I'm still staying over there. And then Sean built this place, and I'm staying here for the Toyota. You might be staying here for the Open.
There's a good chance.
But this place is awesome.
Probably one of the favorite places I've ever stayed.
Yeah, we've had a blast here. This is dude, our freaking boats and trucks are in here where we're staying. It's freaking wild. This is pretty, tomorrow, I'm glad it's not raining, but if it was raining all day long and we just look at everyone going, man, I hope y'all are having fun, boys, because we're doing all of our stuff inside.
We'll be sitting right here.
Yeah. We got a freaking giant big screen TV. It's really cool having our boats in the background. They got this, they got a bonfire down the street. I got a video of it. I'll put it on here. This is what we got going on. They're burning the house. They're going to be burning that house all night. They're burning down this.
Would you call it a bonfire or a house fire?
That's a house. Yeah, it's a house fire. They're burning down this house. But anyways, Grand Lake. Give them a little preview of Grand Lake. It's not exactly what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I was really expecting to come up here. I've been here in early October, where it's still kind of in that
What were you up here for?
a Toyota Series, 2019.
That one.
It's kind of here like you have that late summer, early fall funk. Like I was really, really hoping that we'd be here and the water be in the 50s and be real aggressive, up shallow and stuff like that. And totally not the case. Water temp still in the mid to
60s?
Yeah, mid 60s, maybe in upper 60s in some places. We're on a little bit of a warming trend into the tournament, so things are going to change a little bit. But it's definitely not that true. What would you call this? What Lake of the Ozarks kind of chain of lakes? So where you get that those fish when they get into that. 50s.
They get stupid when it gets cold.
When it gets cold, when that water hits the 50s for the first time.
No,
since
but it's
spring.
supposed to happen in the 60s. It was like that the other. So they had the other day. They had the Costa tournament, right?
I think so.
Like Costa puts on their tournament, and we heard some guys in the event that we know that are fishing this event kind of caught them like they're supposed to.
Yeah.
Top waters, crank it, like do whatever you want to. It is not like that. And you can so you always wonder, like, am I in the right area and stuff like that? And me and you talk, I haven't talked to a single other person since I've been here.
Just get that feeling.
You get this weird feeling, and then you start watching people, and you can tell. I learned this on the tour when I fished the tour. Not so much in Toyota Series because you got locals and things like that, but in the tour, 95% of the people that fished the tour when you went to a lake, it was not their home lake, so like they didn't know.
Yeah.
So you would see everyone do stuff, and then by day 2 of practice, you stop seeing people on the bank and they're all out offshore, or no one's offshore, they're all on the bank. Mm-hmm. Or, and you would see this trend of people. And I watched those trends for, one, I wanted to see how early I figured it out before people. And then the other one was like, oh, great. Now people are starting to figure it out. I better go try to figure out something different. You can tell in this one,
I've seen people get frustrated. See people come into an area, fish for 10 minutes, and
yes.
they're gone. They're out.
Gone. Because they want to do.
And it's not because they're getting bit.
No, they want to do what they think they should do, and they try it in an area and it doesn't work. I tried that with certain baits. I quit throwing some of them, and this is like you're supposed to get bit on some of this stuff. So been pretty interesting on that part. They had a tournament, a team event, Saturday and Sunday. Mm-hmm. Anglers in Action.
Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
Yeah. 17. It was funny because we were. There's some guys up here that freaking just. I've heard about these guys from almost day one of me coming down here in the fall. These guys catch them. Chad Warren and John Pilcher. And nice kick. Anyways, they I was like, oh, look what's leading. 17 pounds was leading with 100 however many of these locals. And I was like, oh, look at this. Those guys leading again. Those guys just absolute, like they win so many championships down here in the fall. I'm not even from here, and I've heard about them a lot. So those guys can catch them. They've, I think one of them won the Toyota Series when we were down here. No, did he?
That was Kurt Warren, yeah, right?
Was it, or did he win the Open?
No, he won the Toyota Series. 100%. 2019.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
So, like I said, they can catch them. They didn't. I don't think they had a decent day too, but I think 33 won the event. So I mean,
for Grand Lake, 33 pounds this time of year. I mean, I don't know much about it, but I mean, it's pretty tough.
Pretty tough. I don't know. So a 17-pound bag was the biggest bag on day one. Maybe some guy had a bigger bag on day two and just did really bad on day one. But obviously, with 33 pounds, there's a good chance no one had a bigger bag than 17 pounds in 2 days, which is saying something. So like even in our event, now guys in our event, sometimes you got 200 guys, weather's going to dictate some stuff, and guys fish a little bit different. 20 pounds, there might not be a 20-pound bag.
There might not, especially it's going to get a little breezy in this tournament.
Oh, yeah. Every day. Every day might be. So,
there's a lot of people fishing new school instead of old school.
Oh, yeah.
That wind's going to hurt them, especially on this place.
My first fish, I tried fishing old school for a long time on day one and went new school and started crushing on them. I say crushing on them. Getting bit. Because when you go 4 hours without a bite, dude, you even catch a 12-incher and you're like, oh, finally, you
start questioning yourself.
Yeah, because I was like, what's the deal here?
This place can put you on a wrong path in a heartbeat just from being discouraged. It can make you fish in different ways or fish too fast and put you on the wrong track. But it can also show you a few things to put you right back on track if you're paying attention all the time.
What's weird, and you'll get this too. They had a tournament going on for Saturday and Sunday. So this is our first day without those guys being on the water. We didn't see any of those guys.
Yeah, what was really weird for me is the first 2 days of practice while they're going on. Obviously going to give those guys their room.
Yeah.
I think I saw
1 or 2 a day, maybe.
It was the weirdest thing. And then all of a sudden today, it was like every one of our guys started to show up and was
I
in
know.
the way. I was like, I couldn't believe it. Like I barely saw anyone fishing the tournament, which is probably not good for me in this tournament going in.
I know.
But I barely saw anyone. And the people I did see came and fished very, very specific stretches or things and left immediately.
Those guys
that were obviously in the tournament, and didn't get in their way, but they came in, fished something, got out. But today I had more traffic from our guys than I've had when there was all of our guys fishing in practice and 100 and something boat tournament going on. It was the weirdest thing.
Yeah, I remember being out there and like I was pretty. Normally we're pretty quiet out there, but Saturday and Sunday I was pretty vocal with fishermen, going like I'd get somewhat close to someone. I mean, like I shouldn't even talk to him, but I'd be like, hey, you want to come through? And then he's like, every single time they'd be like, are you fishing the tournament? I'm like, no, I'm practicing. He's like, well, so am I. And so every single time I ran into someone, we were always trying to give room, like to the guy. Like I didn't ever want to even be on the same stretch as the guy fishing that tournament. It sucks for those guys like having to like deal with us. Hopefully everyone gave those guys room. But I remember going, but every single time I rolled up to someone, it would be someone not in our tournament. And so, someone in our tournament, not the tournament going on. But it was pretty crazy. Saw a lot more boats. It's weird how you'll get in a creek or pockets and stuff, and there'll be no boats. Like you'll be fine forever. And then I went in one, and some guy comes in there. He's like, God, this place must be popular. I'm like, yeah, I don't understand. I rolled up in here, and in 10 minutes, 4 boats rolled up in here as well.
Yep.
And he's like, well, I'm out of here. I'm like, well, yeah, I'm leaving just because these other boats pulled up. Like, if I'm seeing 4 boats in a creek, and I'm talking about like a creek where you can see the back of it, why would you?
Yeah.
Why would you even come in there? Like, just
I don't know. I don't know what's on people's minds. It's like, there's room for me. No, there's not.
Yeah. I've only had, and they would give you room, but it was just like.
But did they really?
Well, I just don't like practicing. I don't mind one guy being in a place, like one guy's going down the bank and you go down the other bank, like no big deal. But it would just be weird when you roll up in there and you kind of look around and there's guys out in the middle, guys going down the bank and like, yeah, I'm going to still come in here. And I'm like, no, I just come back like an hour or 2 later and hopefully no one's in there. Whatever. That's just me. I like to get away. I don't like practicing near people for 2 reasons. Like, I don't want to see what you're doing, and I don't want them to see what I'm doing. That's my thing. It's not the pressure, because we're shaking fish off. I just don't like even if you want to catch a fish or do whatever, like say you want to check one or whatever you want to do, it's like I just don't want to show people, and I'm surprised they don't mind showing. They don't mind showing what they're doing.
No, I haven't had anyone try to be secretive around me.
Right. That's wild.
Heck, everyone's doing the same thing.
We're not.
No, we're not. But everyone I've seen is doing the same thing. And what's crazy to me is you feel like you're getting a bad rotation. You know, I went to several places today where I feel like I was around the same boats all the time. And then I had a phone call for an hour and a half a day for work in a very good pocket, and never had a boat even think about coming in the pocket. It totally blew my mind. Just weird.
The only thing that bothered me today is I pulled up on one pocket yesterday evening. I called you. I'm like, dude, there's hundreds of them in here. Like,
yep.
They're hard to catch, but there's like 4 groups of big ones. I rolled up in there around 2:00 today. I didn't see a single fish in there. So I was like, ooh, because I was you asked me the other day, you're like, think some of these things that are on shad, and you think, I'm like, oh, they'll be there the next day. Nope. Nope.
Where do they go?
I don't know.
I mean, in some of these areas that obviously we've talked about and shown each other, there's not a whole lot of places for them to go.
No.
But
now,
where do they go?
The place this evening.
Okay, yeah, that's
they go deep.
That's explainable, but that's
the other place. The
other places aren't like that.
Yeah, the other place I have is not like that. Well, even out there deep. Yeah, I don't know. I will say this is the first time I've ever fished grand with live scope. The last time we were here, live scope, maybe I had it, maybe I didn't. I don't remember. It was not that it was a Bassmaster Open. So I probably had live scope at the time, but it was really, really new. And I don't really remember anyone doing it. So it might have been in its first year or two. Hallman used to always tell me, he just always made this comment. He was like, Grand Lake, it's got the most fish for a rock lake. And what he said was, we're down there at Rayburn, we got grass and all this stuff, and we even got places like Fork and things. But Oklahoma, Missouri, they're all rock lakes. And so he was always comparing them, of going, this has the most fish in it. And I'm like, really? I'm like, Grand is good, but I've never just come up here and
this is the most
hammered
fish,
on.
This is the most fish I've ever caught at Grand.
Not caught, seen.
Okay, yeah. I've seen way more fish than I would ever believe even living here as a whole.
Yes. Now, sometimes they're in schools, but they're in schools of 50. Now, they all might be 12 to 13, 14 inches. It's irrelevant. My point is I was like, I didn't know they were in big, giant schools like that, cruising around. But the amount of small fish in this lake, because if you go really just the way we fish, if we just go traditional fishing, if I catch 20 fish in a day, 18 of them are keepers.
Yeah.
If you go live scope and shoot, a quarter of them will keep. Man, you can catch a lot of, shoot 8 to 12, 13, 14-inch fish.
I'll tell you this.
It's got a lot of fish in this place.
Of all the black bass I've caught out here, my percentage is higher on keepers if I catch a spotted bass.
Oh, spotted bass are all keepers.
Crazy?
Yeah. Spotted bass are big. Bozart was with me practicing, and he was like, they got spots in this lake? And I'm like, I couldn't remember, I was like, I guess, and I catch one, and I'm like, God dang, yeah, they got some spots. They got some big ones. I say big ones, we're down there in Rayburn. You catch a 2-pound spot on Rayburn, that's a big spot.
You did something.
Here? Dude, we caught 3-pound spots big, but
I caught one that was probably 2.5, 2 3/4.
Yeah, for sure. Thick ones.
Yeah. Got a gut on. We look about to pop.
Dude, Ray Roberts has some big spots. You know that?
I did.
I didn't, because
what happened to the smallmouth population?
Well, I caught a 284 on the final day, that championship.
Smallmouth?
No, spot. They from what I heard, they were keeping smallmouth from Texoma and bringing them back and putting them in there. And they had them kind of, I think they tried it for a couple of years. I mean, I don't think.
They just didn't respond, huh?
Yeah, I don't think they were like.
Because you used to hear about
Place Parks and Wildlife wasn't doing that. People were doing that.
But you used to hear about it for a minute.
Yeah,
like
because
all the smallmouth on Ray Roberts, and then it just went.
Yeah, I think they were. I think they did a good job of guys were stocking it, and they probably had it going on, and then which doesn't make any sense because they got a lot of rock on that lake. It should. They got enough shad that they should have done good. Spawn. Well, why wouldn't they be able to spawn? Which leads us to my point, or this question you asked me today, because I don't think this is a lake by any means that I would want to. You asked me like, hey, well, first off, you asked me what lake would I want to retire on? Like if I could just retire on a lake.
Like to explain, like have a house on a lake.
You have to have a house on the lake?
What's where you retire on? You'd have to have a house there.
Well, I mean, well, you can't have a house on Rayburn.
Okay, but you know what I mean.
Like this house isn't even on the lake, but it's kind of on the lake.
But you know what I mean. In the vicinity.
Well, just make sure
within
that's
5
clear.
minutes of a boat ramp.
Or 30 seconds.
That too.
Okay.
We're not even 30 seconds.
We're not even 30 seconds. Yeah, we're closer than that.
Think how far you can get in 30 seconds.
Yeah, we're closer than that. So retire on a lake, not for fishing tournaments. No tournament,
no, like
just
fishing.
But you want to just go. But you got to enter into tournaments because.
Yeah, but it can't be like not like a hole in the wall, like a tournament lake that you'd have to retire on.
It doesn't have to be a tournament. Okay.
It has to be well known. Can't be,
yeah, you can't just pick some random.
It can't be this hidden gem that nobody can get on.
Yeah.
You got to take a dirt road for 20 miles to get to. It has to be like a well-known lake.
So, okay.
Mexico doesn't count.
Mexico doesn't count. It sucks because Rayburn's not even my favorite lake. But then as I was thinking about it all, so here's my criteria for it. One is just the absolute catching them part. Mm-hmm. My thing about this, if you'd asked me 10 years ago, I'd have said Amstead in a heartbeat.
I agree.
Because that's the most fun lake in the world. Problem is, it's not fun right now, and it hadn't been fun in 10 years. And it might not ever be fun again until we get a hurricane that comes through there, and that might not even fix it. I don't know what would fix that place. I used to love Texoma, but Texoma, once they got rid of it, it was good for about 7-8 years. But you could catch largemouth, you could catch giant smallmouth. You could go I would go out there and learn how to go catch giant stripers too. Dude, I'm a fisherman. I like
fair.
I want to go do fun stuff. Dude, if you go out there and catch a bunch of 20-pound stripers.
Yeah, but I'm here to catch a largemouth or a smallmouth bass, or I'm going hunting. I'm out.
Don't be all freaking highfalutin on me.
I'm out on that.
No, that matters.
If I'm going to go catch stripers, I might as well go catch a redfish.
Yeah, but you're retired. So, see, to me, that matters.
But you're not.
No, catching fish. Like, dude, if I'm out there, if 20-pound stripers are blowing up on a topwater, I'm throwing a topwater out there, and I could care less about a black bass for a while.
But
I'm an opportunistic fisherman, dude. I was asking you about catfish today. If I could go out there and smoke on some catfish, like really easy, like I want a lake that you can catch crappie on.
Look,
do you want a lake you can catch crappie on if you retire?
Yeah.
Okay. So what?
But I don't care about catfish.
Well, I don't care about them either. But if you can go catch some,
look, this is me and catfish, and you can ask Easton this. If I got more of what I'm throwing, and that catfish comes on, I'm cutting my line. I don't want to deal with it.
No, I mean I'm saying
I'm just cutting my line.
I know, but
I'm out,
dude. So like on Tawakoni, Brady was going out there and catching these monster catfish, like flipping to. I don't want to tell a secret anymore, but like I'm just telling you, like that would have been fun.
I still don't care.
Okay, whatever. Anyways,
I'm like the Cardinals running away from the Cowboys right now.
So
that's me running away from nothing but bass. Gone.
Okay. Either way, I want to go crappie fish at times too.
Okay, crappie's fine.
Rayburn, I can't get away from Rayburn, and here's why. One, we talked about this. Like I don't even like fork that well. but Fork is questionable. But the deal with Rayburn is you go out there and Rayburn is never bad. 365 days a year, it's good. Rayburn's never tough. Not like Fork tough.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
Rayburn's tough is still good. Okay? You can go out there in the middle. Rayburn in the middle of the week is next level compared to Rayburn on the weekend.
Agreed. It's like they know.
Dude, Rayburn in the middle of the week is ridiculous. And you can go out there on Rayburn at a lot of times and see less than 3 boats.
Yeah. I mean, my dad goes out in the middle of the week sometimes, and the places that he catches giants, you can't ever get a bite there in tournament.
No.
You can't. You don't even think about it.
No.
Not even an option. It's crazy.
So with the amount of crappie that live on that lake, then we were like, okay, Fork's got big ones, and Fork's got like the slot stuff, right? But I'm telling you right now, that catching a 10-pounder on Fork and Rayburn is not that far off.
Agreed.
Not 10 years ago, but now, I'm just telling you, if you went, me and you talked about it, if we went out there on Rayburn and didn't shake fish off, see, that's what people don't realize. When me and you go to Rayburn, and we don't fish together, but I know you, we check our good stuff for a tournament at times. We shake tons of fish off. When we find fish, we leave them instantly. The only times we ever fish for fish are in a tournament.
Great.
Like if we find a school and you go catch them cranking every cast,
no,
you catch about 2 fish and leave.
Yep.
And then you only get to fish them in the tournament, which is never as good as it would have been in practice. But I've gone out there a couple of times, like I've made a video and done some stuff and caught them. Oh my gosh, it's freaking unreal.
It's crazy.
And you don't have to worry about like saving fish for a tournament.
But it's never like that.
No. But it would be if we retired there.
100%.
But we're down. We're southern Texas in the sense of we're not North Texas, so we stay about 8 degrees warmer water temp. You can fish 365 days a year. It's a hard one not to.
It really is.
And then you ask me now, take away Texas.
Yeah. So if you had to take away Texas, what is a lake? What is the lake that you'd retire on?
So here's the problem. When we only get to go to lakes when the schedule permits.
Yep.
So I've been to Table Rock a bunch, and I have a blast on Table Rock, but it's always spring and fall. So I've never been there in the summertime or the wintertime. All the lakes I've never been to in the wintertime except Florida. So I've never been north of Texas before March, ever. I have no idea. I've only been way up north in the summertime.
Okay. Well, I mean, you're only fishing really May to November anyways.
I mean, I would love to say, hey, go live down in Florida, December through February. And then those northern lakes would probably be pretty awesome from about May to about September.
From fishing the opens 2 years in a row on Leech, Leech would be an awesome lake, not just for Leech, but it's not just retiring Leech. It's all the lakes around there. You can go catch a boatload of smallmouth because they've never seen a bait before. You can go throw a frog and the 3 to 5 pounders just go absolutely nuts on it because they don't ever see it. But I wouldn't want to retire there because 6 months out of the year it's colder than all get out.
And let me tell you something about big fish. Okay, big fish. There's a thing about we take big fish for granted, and here's why. I grew up on Livingston, which I've had like a couple 8s and 9s, which is like next level on Livingston. But I grew up there. I went to fish Lake Nacogdoches for the first time ever and caught a 923. Biggest bass I ever caught, first time I ever fished it.
Wow.
Right? You get on Rayburn, and I'm not like these guys now. I mean, some of these guys now are going to some of these lakes and catching 10-pounders, whatever. But I have no idea how many 10-pounders I've ever caught. Like, me and Russ always laughed about that. We only kept track of 10-pounders we caught in tournaments because those were the only ones that mattered. But 10-pounders are a big deal. Like, they're still a big deal to us when we catch one.
Oh, yeah.
If you go to a lake and can catch 150 fish a day 3 of catching 150 fish a day, and you ain't caught one over 6 pounds, you'd be like, hey, man, I'd give up 150. I'd go catch 20 if I could catch one over 6. Like, there comes a point in there where it's like the potential to catch a giant outweighs.
But if you're retired, do you care about that?
Yeah, but because you're out there every day, and because the unknown of catching a big one is still there.
Yeah.
When you go to a lake that you can't catch a 10-pounder on, like I said, we're used to being able to catch 10-pounders. So it's there.
So one of the things I like to listen to is you hear about all these guys on Elite Series and, even the BPT. They catch like a high 8 and they're like, dude, that's the biggest fish I've ever caught in my life. And a lot of those guys are from the TVA area or the East Coast, or up north. We think about, a heavy 8's a giant, man. We're like,
Ask them too, and they would love to catch a 10-pounder.
Yep.
So I think we take it for granted, and I don't want to take it for granted. That's why I said that
we take for granted the possibility.
That's my point.
It's not even that you catch them; it's the possibility.
Yes, and that's why guys fish Lake Fork all the time, because the possibility. Do you know how many guys have never caught a 10-pounder on Lake Fork? I think the first time I've caught a 2 or 3. I think I've caught 2 10-pounders there. And I fished it like 4 times in my life, or 5, or whatever. But the point is, and we've caught a bunch of 10s on Rayburn and Toledo. Knowing that you can catch one any time you go out there, and you're gonna.
But it's not just. It's any lake in Texas almost.
No.
There's a lake close to home that's got giants in it that.
Right, but you're talking about retiring. It'd be nice to retire on a lake that you can catch a giant.
So where are you going to retire outside of Texas?
The only other place to do that is Florida, right, or California. And California, yeah, good luck. Ish, you can have California. You can have all of California. I can't handle retiring there. Florida seems
declining.
Okeechobee, I don't know what Okeechobee is like year round, but Okeechobee's not.
But do you want to retire there?
No, I don't want to retire there.
It's not.
The Alabama, we both came up with, so like Missouri's a cool place. I'm just saying, I'm not saying I want to retire there, but Missouri's a cool place.
But it's got boat docks. I don't want to retire on boat docks.
That's true.
I don't want to retire on boat docks.
Yeah, that's true.
Like what bass fisherman wakes up and says, man, I'm excited to fish boat docks today?
James Watson. James Watson loves boat docks.
Well, last thing I heard from him, he's sitting in his hot tub and he's fishing every tournament trail.
That's true. He is sitting in his hot tub most of the time I call him.
With a bush light.
And probably naked. And I'm like, dude, if you're naked, I'm getting off the phone with you. I would say, I was like, man, is it Alabama? And you go, yeah. I was like, is it Gunnersville?
Yep.
You can't catch a giant. Like, I'm sure you can catch 10-pounders, but like, you can catch a lot of 7s and 8s, but it seems like it's hard to get over that 8-pound mark there. Like, when they catch 30 pounds there, it's all 6s.
But for me, it's not the fact sacrificing, like, hey, the 10-pounder deal. It's the fact of how you can catch them there.
That's the big one.
It's how we like to fish. You can
Yes.
literally do anything. If you're a
Yes.
scoper, go scoping. If you want to go throw a trap or a chatterbait in the grass, go do it. If you want to catch them cranking, go crank them. If you want to catch them dragging, go drag on them.
The topwater bite's good.
Yep.
The grass bite's good. The offshore stuff's good. I've been there twice. Like the towns around there, like I hate like so all those lakes. I hate all the lakes above Dallas. Mm-hmm. Going to Ray Robertson takes home was fine because we were staying on the north side of Dallas. Getting there, I hate having to drive north, like through it all. Once you're there, it's okay, but like that's why Rayburn's so awesome. There's no town.
It's true.
Like driving around the lake.
There's no boat docks. There's no nothing.
There's no boat docks.
The south end is a little bit populated, but that's it. And that's really summertime only.
Gunnersville would be the one.
I mean, it's already. I mean, and here's the thing about Gunnersville is you look how much pressure it gets right now. Boat ramps are full every single day. Maybe not now because people are hunting now, but literally they're full every day, and that place still kicks them out. You can still go out there and catch them, and you can catch them winding. It's a fun. I've only been a couple times, but it's been fun.
It's been fun. I like it. It's a cool place, and it's big enough too. Like you want to live on a lake. I don't say we want to retire. Like the other lake I said I would retire on would be Lake Nacogdoches. It's a little small, whatever. Like if I could have a boathouse, it would be Lake Nac where, like, hey, I'm just gonna walk down. My boat's right there. I'm gonna go fish for 4 hours, come back.
Yep.
And I would fill up my gas tank about once a month.
But the thing about Gunnersville too is there's some decent areas around there. You know, if you need to drive to Birmingham, it's not that far.
No, it's good.
You know, the towns to the north, I can't remember exactly. I know Huntsville's not too far, I don't think. But you're not too far from a lot of things. And, I mean, I know we're talking about one lake, but you also have the opportunity at a bunch of other lakes right there as well. Another one that piques my interest that I haven't been on enough is Chickamauga. I know they got giants in there.
They got giants. I caught.
Did you catch an 11 there?
Yeah, I caught. Well, I didn't weigh it.
So it might have been 12.
No, it wasn't 12. It was. I've never been wrong on saying one's a 10-pounder before. What I mean by that is like if I've said it's a 10, like it's been over a 10. This one was well over a 10. Like when I caught it, I was like, oh my gosh. I got video of it. It's been on my YouTube and stuff. It's a freaking monster. And
I don't think I've seen
that video.
Not from Chickamauga.
Yeah, it was the tour. I was practicing for the tour. Caught her on a rage swimmer in the grass. I'd caught a 3, a 5, and an 8 in one little section. And so I just idled down the entire, figured out where the grass was. And I was like, I think it's going to keep going for the next 50 yards. I'm just going to fish to the last part just to see if they're over here too. Caught that one fish and freaking rolled out. And then it sucked. And that was the tournament that I went down there, started in it, caught I don't even know if I caught one in it. And then but I had all these frogfish up north. And the next day I went and I think I was in almost dead last. I had 3 or 4 for 7 pounds. It was horrible. Then the next day I freaking caught the biggest bag of the event. I stayed up north, went frogging, and then sight fishing and caught 23 or 4 or something. I don't know. And I was like, oh, you idiot. I do a lot of this. I was really good on tour about sucking it up on day 1 and then crushing on day 2 because I do stupid stuff, which might happen here. Or I suck it up for 2 days.
Yeah. I don't know, I'm just thinking, are we forgetting a place? We're forgetting a lake?
My deal is the cold.
I know people are going to throw out OHI because kicking out biggins, but I wouldn't retire there. People are catching them one.
What's even around there?
A lot of good hunting.
Yeah, but okay. Yeah, but what towns around there?
You got San Angelo. You got Brady.
San Angelo ain't really None of those are like
Your biggest.
dude, here's the thing. It blows. It is dirt and it blows out there like 300 days a year.
Yeah, you're not quite to the Dust Bowl yet.
No, but it's not. Dude, it blows at OHIV like most of the time.
Well, it does at Falcon and Amistad as well.
Yeah, but it's pretty water down there at Amistad.
They got that. Well, they got that.
I guess it's pretty.
They got that mud hole JB Thomas too.
I can't get. I don't care how big a fish there are. I'm not fishing in the mud all day long.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying.
And all they do is scope down there, right?
I guess. I ain't driving out there to do that.
Yeah, I want to be able to do all. I want to like that. Gunnersville's cool because I want to crank them. I want to crank them. I want to flip. I want to frog.
So
I want to do all that. That's the beauty of Rayburn and Gunnersville. They might be the only two lakes in the country that you really can do anything you want to.
Okay,
like you can drop shot. You can do everything,
but
except catch smallmouth.
So besides, you're talking about big fish. You talk about fish of a lifetime on a tournament fishery. So everyone that's going to say, well, you can catch big smallmouth in this, you have to consider the St. Lawrence River. Some of the biggest smallmouth on a tournament fishery that you can catch. And there's also some pretty good largemouth.
I fish year round.
I know. I know it's out of the realm of possibilities because of the year-round deal, and you ain't catching me gonna ice fish up there. And
those like in the summertime, those places are freaking phenomenal.
But to think about that, I mean, those like going up north. I've had more fun up there in the summertime than I can ever imagine down here.
What about the California stuff?
Never been.
What about the Delta and Clear Lake and places like that? Like, would it? I wonder if Ish, if he had his choice, would still retire there. I know he's going to. I need to ask him, like, and I don't know, like.
Well, every time I talk to Ish about California fishing, he's on an offshore boat.
That's true. I don't know it's just California, man. I don't. The problem is, I don't think I can make enough money here to retire in California. I don't know if I can barely make enough money here to retire in Texas.
So for all the haters that we favorite Rayburn, you can make an argument for Toledo Bend.
The only problem with Toledo, here's the thing. We've been on Rayburn for a long time. In 2000 I've seen it was 2006 or something. They had that fish kill on Rayburn. I don't know if it was the largemouth virus or the plant, the mill or whatever, but they had a fish kill there. Mm-hmm. And then we had a fish kill to a degree in 2011 when the lake got so low.
Are we heading to another one with the lake being low?
No, I don't know yet. When I saw the fish kill happening that year, like I saw it happen. I didn't know it was happening, but all them fish were in it was summertime. All the fish were in 2 foot of water, and we're like, oh my gosh, this is phenomenal. It's the best fishing ever. And then months later, it just went bad, and I didn't realize that all those fish in the summertime were in 2 foot of water, eating all the bait fish up. Everything was so shallow, and I guess it was oxygen. I don't know what happened, but they all died. And then all the only fish on the entire lake that lived were all the ones up north, that up the river. It was a weird deal, but Rayburn never declines. Toledo can decline with the grass and everything else like that. Rayburn just doesn't have bad years.
Those fish on Toledo can go places that nobody's going to find them either. They can disappear on that lake.
And they get tough.
Super tough.
Rayburn doesn't get like that. No. Usually you just got to find them on Rayburn and you can catch them. Toledo, you can find them and they suck.
Is there any other lake that we're missing that's we're tired? And I'm not talking about catching little ones. Mm-hmm. I think it's Rayburn and Gunnersville.
I think so too.
And they're somewhat similar.
I mean, Toledo's close. Okay, will you agree with me on this? When Toledo's good, it's better than Rayburn?
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. Easton used to get on to me. He used to say that all the time. I used to not believe him. But it really is.
Oh, if it comes back,
They used to be
with
able to,
grass everywhere, it's way better than Rayburn.
even the offshore bite.
Yeah, it's
You
way
used
better.
to be able to graph it, and they just show up like bloop, 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 bloop.
Well,
Turn around.
you could go catch 50 or 60 on an offshore, and they are all big ones.
Big ones.
And you can't do that on Rayburn.
No.
But Toledo goes off. Man, it's hot and cold sometimes. I mean, it's on the rise. It was bad there for a couple of years when they sprayed everything and all the grass stuff. Ooh, it was rough for a couple of years. Bad.
And there's another lake that you have to consider in Texas for the style of fishing we're talking about to retire, stuff like that. Dude, Lake of the Pines is a pretty nasty one. There's a lot of big ones in there, and you can catch them the way we like to catch them.
It's small. I haven't fished it enough to know.
It's
It is pretty dynamic up north.
it's like a bigger Lake Nacogdoches.
Yeah,
It
right.
really- it's a sneak hole.
Is it cool around there?
No, it's definitely not cool around
Yeah,
there.
it's not
No,
cool.
it's not in a good area. It's
Yeah,
or-
no, that's
I'm not
what I
saying
was
it's a
gonna say.
bad area, and it's nothing worse than Rayburn, but it's actually way worse. But in certain areas, it's just but the fishing's phenomenal there.
I haven't been there enough to see it good. But
Well,
I have some buddies that fish it a lot.
January through April, I think you can get rocked there. Like, I think you can't put. I only know that Rayburn can hold a candle to it January through April.
Whoa.
Think about how you catch them on Lake of the Pines.
I don't know. They
Catch
live
'em.
scoping them?
You can scope them. You can catch them in 2 foot of water. Biggins.
Let's go March, February through. Not January. January sucks.
Did they catch them in January? There?
Scoping.
I think they catch them shallow.
Really?
Like, I think it's something that you'd have a blast doing. It's something you got to consider. I would hang my hat there before I hung it on the fork.
There's going to be so many people that bring up certain lakes, and I'm going to be like, and they're going to get mad, but I'm like, it's cold.
Yeah.
Like, I want to fish December. Like, I know one thing, and you'll agree, the climate's, watch when I say this. I don't want to say the climate's changing. The weather pattern for, me and Russell talk about this all the time. Like, when I grew up, October used to get really cold. Now it barely gets cold in November. December, we used to have some really cold Decembers and stuff.
Yeah, you're
It doesn't get cold until January now.
Yeah, some of the coldest like weeks of the year, the last 5-6 years have come in February.
Yeah, it's supposed to all happen in January, but December is when December, like after the first week of December, it starts to get sometimes we can have those really, really cold stuff. Now it's like the last 10 years, dude, I'm out there in Christmas and they're schooling. Mm-hmm. Like the water's in the 60s dang near. I mean, it's been like that for a while. My point being is I fish a lot that time of the year. Like, I want to fish in December, January. If you're like, hey, this place is great, but you can't fish here 3 months out of the year, I'm not choosing that. I like to fish too much.
Much less walk outside.
Yeah. I want to be semi-warm or manageable. Because North Texas is cold.
Yeah.
They get some like
Northern Alabama's cold.
Northern Alabama's cold. There ain't too many times where it's like, I'll put it to you this way, on Rayburn, you rarely get in the 40s. Rarely. And if you do, it's for a week. And then it's right back in the 50s.
Agree.
This went way longer than I thought. All right, we got something else special coming up in a day or two. Because we got our day off. We'll wait and talk about that then. All right. See y'all.
Later.